I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, soul partner, Mr. Doug Sahm, better known as Sir Douglas Quintet, from San Antonio. Wherever you are, brother. Wasted days and wasted nights.
All right, if you watch this video, you're gonna love it. Trust me on this. Because there's one artist when we play in the shop, people go bananas over, and they ask the same two questions. Who is this, and how come I've never heard of him before? And the answer is Mr. Doug Sahm. And in this video, I'm gonna attempt to show his music, his life, and answer the question maybe why he wasn't as big as he really should have been. He was an artist, and everybody wanted to play with him, everybody. I mean, look, here we got Dr. John, we got Bob Dylan. Everybody loved Doug. He was actually a child star, played with Hank Willam. To understand his music, and in my opinion, why he didn't have the success he deserved, you have to understand San Antonio, Texas in the 50s. He was born in San Antonio in 1941. And that town was a third African American, a third Mexican American, and a third white. So he grew up with all this music, seeing music and playing with musicians. Again, he was a child star, a musician, playing steel, fiddle, guitar, singing and writing songs. He grew up listening to all this different music and took it in. And by the 70s, you know, when you had the whole outlaw country thing happening, you had, you know, Willie and Waylon, those guys were pretty straight. Not straight in choice of life, but musically, you know, they took that whole Chet Atkins thing and said, forget about it. They kind of went over here and did this kind of progressive thing, where Doug was a little bit all over the place. He had all these influences, and it gives him so much soul, and listening to it now, it just blows my mind. I love preparation for this video. So, how about this? Let's start with Doug as a child.
He performed under the name Little Doug and was on Texas radio and television. He was a big fan of T-Bone Walker. He was even invited to the Grand Ole Opry, but his parents wouldn't let him go. He was just too young.
He played at the barn, and I used to watch him. He was doing Lovesick Blues. And he had a birthday cake, and it said Hank Willam's Jambalaya #1 in Nation. So he loved kids. He saw me standing around playing steel. He said, kid, you want some of my birthday cake? I'll never forget him carving it up and handing me a piece. I said, Mama, I'm going to frame this. Hank Willam gave me this cake. See, those guys were a different kind of person, too. They weren't owned by corporations and had managers and PR people. They just went out and got stone drunk and played and chased women. And, you know, I mean, it was a different kind of guy.
Doug's right-hand man throughout his musical career was Mr. Augie Myers, and they met as children trading baseball cards. He played guitar, piano, and most notably with Doug, the Vox Continental organ. He also knew Freddy Fender when he was a kid. Freddy had a big musical career and many hits, like Before the Next Teardrop Falls, and he played with Dolly Parton. Doug also played for a lot of his life with Flaco Jimenez. one of the greatest accordion players of all time. This guy is just fucking cool. He's still with us today. Here he is on Tiny Desk. All these guys, they're artists.
Oh yeah, there's the Sir Douglas Quintet. I think are probably the best that are gonna have a chance of reaching commercial airwaves. They already have with a couple songs.
So the Sir Douglas Quintet formed in '64, and they immediately had a bunch of hits. She's About a Mover, which was originally called She's a Body Mover, but the manager was not having it. The management was trying to sell them as a bunch of English kids, but they were from Texas, and they did great. And then the band got busted for pot, and Augie Myers wasn't allowed to leave Texas, so Doug moved up to California, eventually San Francisco. They did a ton of weed. They were hanging out in the Haight-Ashbury scene, and nothing really happened. So Doug and the band moved back to Texas, this time in Austin. You know what? Doug does a better job explaining this to Hugh Hefner than I am, so let's take a look.
You had the group together for a while, and you were in the top 40, and then kind of dropped from sight.
Yeah, it took a
And
while.
what, the group broke up, or?
Well, we just moved up from Texas. We originally from Texas and went to San Francisco. It just takes a little time up there to get together.
Where'd you get the name? Obviously, people immediately, assume that it's English with Sir Douglas. I did.
Well, it's we just at that time in Texas we just called it Sir Douglas. And
Well, now that you've got the original,
yeah.
you've got the original group back together again, I wonder if tonight we could get you to do a number for us.
Sure, we'll have to right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Douglas Quintet is back. We'd like to thank all you beautiful people out there for all the beautiful vibrations. Teeny bopper, my teenager, my court going last night is the final one. You're such a groove, please don't move, please stay in my love house by the river. Last time you guys, strange and eyes, I'll put things in your head, it's not the final one. Out, 'cause out of your soul, they don't know, please stay here with me in Tennessee.
All right, yes, that was Hugh Hefner dancing there to the Sir Douglas Quintet off this record, Mendocino, 1969. This record is incredible, and let's get something out of the way. Doug wrote all these songs, and everyone is just incredible. So right now we're listening to I Want to Be Your Mama Again. She's About a Mover's on here. Texas Me, oh my God, it's such a good song. Tripped Out Fiddle. My favorite on this record, however, is At the Crossroads. All right, in a Bronx Tale, you had the door test. Let me show you my test. First date. You put this record on. They're not feeling the groove. Out. Dump them. This is the test, all right? Enter 1970, and there's a great film they started producing called Cisco Pike. Gene Hackman's this crooked cop who makes Chris Christopherson sell dope. He's like a washed up folkie, and they're trying to woo Doug Sahm, like play with him. It's great footage of Doug, great footage of the band. Gotta see the movie, Cisco Pike.
Rusty car rolled across the border. I was inside. I had two dogs, a red guitar, and my teenage bride.
Hey, man, what's happening? Hey, what's going on?
Hey, you born a rat. Let's go.
What's happening, man? Hey, didn't I hear you got busted, man?
Yeah, you probably did.
Everybody loved Doug, but we're not selling records. He was just old school.
How'd you like it?
Well, man, I tell you, you're kind of offering some weird bags, man. I don't know, it just ain't like you and Jesse used to do, man. Just
Man,
get it
that's
on,
the
man.
That's the same thing they was telling us back then, that we was too weird. It wouldn't hurt you to get out of that border bag for a while and try something different.
I know, man. You know me, though, man. You know I'm a simple cat, man. I like that simple stuff, man. I mean, you know where the groove is at. That California thing, that don't get it that far out in space music, man. Play the real thing, man. I'm running out of down. You know, man.
Oh, hell. I guess that's what makes horse races, ain't it?
I guess what you can do, man, when Jesse gets here, you'll know what to do, man. You cats get it together. You can do it, man. Here, it'll come together, man. You know where the groove is, man. Just work it out, man. I love you, man. Oh, baby.
He was just old school.
He's okay. He's got his limits, but he's okay.
Got his head back in the rockin' 50s. Don't know how he keeps selling.
Let's listen to one of my favorite songs ever, Be Real, off 1970's 1 + 1 + 1 = 4. I didn't realize it, but Be Real was actually recorded in Nashville with all different players, and the other songs on the album were recorded in San Francisco.
Sitting across the breakfast table of the day. Lady said, how can I serve you better every day? Look across the big brown eyes. This is what I say. Be real, baby, be real. That's all.
Did Doug have a 69 Cutlass in parchment white?
Baby,
I had a black 68 4-barrel, high compression engine, the Supreme. Mercury Records, Philips Records, and here we are in '73 on Atlantic, a solo record. Augie's on here, some of the quintet's on here, but we have all these players on here. Produced by Jerry Wexler, and how did we do? We didn't do good, didn't sell. It's all over the place. This song here, It's Gonna Be Easy, so good, so good. Let's take a listen to the opening song, Is Anyone Going to San Antonio?
Sorry about my hotel. Rain dripping off the river line. could wake up dead, but it sure seemed warmer than it did sleeping in my king-size bed. Is anybody going to San Antonio? Felix Arizona. Any place is alright as long as I never gonna
The 70s is rolling along and not much is happening, but this little known record in 76 is awesome. The songs that he wrote on this, I think, are some of his best. And if you like Willie and Waylon and outlaw country, just go to this record. And this is, I love the way you love the way that I love you. Talks about a jukebox blowing a fuse. I love this song so much. And the next song, Cowboy Peyton Place, oh my God.
Well, I just came in this bar for a beer. Didn't know that country band was playing here. 'Cause I'm in love with the steel player's wife.
In 1989, Doug created a Tex-Mex supergroup with his old buddies, Augie Myers, Flacco, Freddy Fender, and they had a bunch of success. They were on TV, they toured, they made records, and a new generation discovered them. Uncle Tupelo covered them, and like hip alt-country bands were kind of discovering Doug's music. Sadly, in 1999, Doug suffered a heart attack. He didn't go to the doctor, he wasn't feeling well, and he died of natural causes at 58 years old. Gone way too soon. So I think the last song I want to play here is Give Me Back the Keys to My Heart. God, it's such a good song to write just one song in your life this good. So thanks for watching, and hey, I want to dedicate this video to my good buddy Patrick Sullivan, who turned me on to Doug Sahm. He gave me a CDR many moons ago, and I still have it in my car. And Pat used to help out here. There were two Pats here. Used to help me out in the shop many moons ago. All right, so let's take a listen to Give Me Back the Keys to My Heart.
Take my picture off the wall. It don't matter to me at all. Straight eyes and far from what you wanted me to call. Get back my TV. It don't